If this video pops up on your timeline, it is not a mistake. Data never lies. If the algorithm thinks that you need this video, you actually do need it. And I always program my videos to be shown to a specific type of people who want to build a timeless brand. My name is Chilite. I'm a branding coach. I help my clients build a strong offline, very important, and online presence, because branding shouldn't only be done online. And in this masterclass, I'm going to be teaching you about the power of association. Many brands don't realize that they are being judged out here. You know, every time you post, endorse, or align yourself with someone publicly, people are forming an opinion about your brand. And it is that judgment that will now determine whether we'll trust you and ultimately whether we'll keep buying from you. So being judged in this case is not a bad thing if you know how to use it. The problem though is that too many brands chase trends too much. Even something as little as posting people who don't represent their values just because they're trending at that particular moment. You know, making comments about some hot news or hot trends or events that they have no business commenting on. But know this now, there's something called branding through association, okay? And this means that when you post or celebrate or associate by any means consistently with a public figure who embodies your values, it creates an effect in people's minds, okay? When they see that person, they remember you. They begin to tie you or connect you or that public figure to your brand. You know, and some brands have hacked this, and that's why most of them are killing this influencer marketing thing. You know, they are choosing the right association for their brand and just going viral with their choice of influencers. Now, for a small business, you might not have all the funds to endorse or sign anyone, but you can still tap into this hack. Okay, how? Post them. You know, it's their birthday, celebrate them. Comment on their posts, hype them up, celebrate their excellence. You know, that consistent association craves a lasting perception. You know, when people tie you to a particular brand, remember I said someone that shares your values. When people tie you to that particular person, they trust you more because they trust that person, they like that person. I mean, your people, okay? And guess what? This thing is free, okay? Don't always post your product. Post people who have made it, who have the same values as you, who you would like to associate to your brand, okay? And do it consistently. You don't actually need millions of naira to shape perception. You just need consistency and clarity in terms of who you want to be associated with. Okay, I remember I had an Oprah Winfrey era. You know, I talked about her so much. I posted her so much. And people actually started taking me seriously. You know, I remember when someone wanted to shade me and the person called me Oprah wannabe. If you see how happy I was, and she actually meant it as an insult, and I was just like, I'm glad you noticed though. And to be honest, I didn't do that intentionally back then, you know, but in hindsight, I see how that association with Oprah made people start taking me seriously. You know, when I talk, they want to hear, okay, what does she even have to say? Any sentence I make, I must put Oprah inside. You know, so people judge you out here based on who you associate with, who you respect, your role model, your vibes. That's association at work. So why not guide that judgment? If your brand signs or posts Portable in a pool of maybe Johnny Drill or Timmy Dakolo, you are clearly telling us who you want to be associated with. And please, it's not about good or bad. It's just about alignment. What do you want? Who are you targeting? So if you say Portable, we would understand that your target audience is the streets. And that's who would stick and connect with you. And that's okay. If you pick Johnny Drill, we'll still judge you differently. And everything we do from that point forward would be based on that judgment. So please, don't sign or post people who don't align with your values because they're trending. Trends will bring you visibility, but not loyalty if you're doing it wrong. That's when you hear things like, oh, sales are dropping, oh, our engagement is going down. People have gone back to their first love. You know, they've returned to what they connect with. You only signed those people when the buzz came and people just popped in and want to see what you're all about. But at the end of the day, they've gone back to where they're coming from. Because, I mean, loyalty always wins. And one thing association would help you do is that it will position you. It shapes how people see, feel, and talk about you before you even introduce yourself. Another thing is that it will help you create a strong emotional branding, and that is very important. Of course, you've heard that people don't buy products, they buy feeling. So imagine nailing that. And this public figure has already built their own brand and have their own people. Okay, so imagine tapping into that already built audience. What you're doing is attaching yourself and tapping from that current. Honestly, it is a stressless method of branding. It will also help you attract your tribe, the people who are naturally drawn to what you represent. They will stick with you, they will vouch for you, because when your brand feels like home, people don't leave. So that judgment actually works for you. Okay, it favors you. It will help you draw the right people and repel the wrong ones. How can you do this? First, you have to know your brand values. Before associating with anyone, you have to even be clear of what you stand for. What do you want people to feel or think when they come across your brand? Is it elegance? Is it excellence? Is it street? Is it depth? Is it purpose? You have to decide what you're all about. What are your core values? And when you're done with that, then you pick public figures that embody those values. Look for personalities, not just trending personalities. They might not even be as popular, like they might not be too mainstream or too viral, but they are popular in their niche. People in their niche like them, they know them, and they naturally align with your vibe. It can be anyone. Honestly, it can even be the most controversial public figure, but as long as your target audience connects with that person or those values, you're good. Okay, then the third one, be consistent in how you show admiration. Post them genuinely and strategically. Okay, so there's no need to overdo, there's no need to overfarms. You can post their quotes, you can reference them in your storytelling, in your caption. If there's any project they're doing, post it and make the post valuable. Highlight the good they're doing. Let the captions and everything you're doing about that post, let it be well thought out. Let it be intentional. Don't just go and do it anyhow and expect people to not see that you are just trying to use this person. Make it very intentional. Let people naturally connect you to them, and over time you will see the effect. Okay, then of course you have to keep a lookout for feedback. Notice how people are reacting. Pay attention to what they are saying in the comments. This will show you if what you're doing is even working. Okay, but trust me, I can bet on this one. Branding by association is silent branding. You don't need to say too much. It's not expensive. The real work is in the feelings. It is in what it is doing to your people. Okay, and pro tip, you don't have to go for the biggest names like I've mentioned before. You can choose micro creators, thought leaders, or even fictional characters, as long as their identity strengthens your message. I'm telling you, this is a shortcut to branding and you're getting it for free. The only thing I'm asking is that you engage, share, subscribe, drop a comment so that this video will get to everyone who needs it. And I always say this, please, none of my masterclasses are for content creators or people who just want to come and go. Basically, my videos will be more helpful to you if you are here to stay for the long game. Okay, you're not branding for today, but you're branding for a legacy, for your name to be timeless. So if that's you, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.